It might be music to our ears if one says God has given two ears and one mouth only to indicate the importance of listening in our lives. But in reality, it goes without saying that most people nowadays are hardly listening to anyone. Strictly speaking, we the people in most times have forgotten the fact that listening is also one of the most important pillars of the communication skills. Have you ever realized that the dangerous world which we are seeing now is derived only from the people who haven't made any attempt to listen to the words of thought provoking speakers, and from the anger of the arrogant people when they came to know that no one is listening to their words? Hence, they intended to achieve power so that they can put people under their control. To listen to the speaker patiently, there are some obstacles too. One of that would be our preconceived opinions over the issue that the speaker decides to talk, especially in a world where people are separated into different communities. Even if one tries to bring everyone on one platform to discuss and solve the problems, most people will be reluctant to do that because the belief systems for one community to another will be different, and they don't want their idealism or identity to get destroyed. So their fear where they have to stand alone is also one of the obstacle to listen to the logic that the opposite person is trying to convey. Protests against many thinkers who try to speak about the divisions of the world would be a fine example for this. And it seems not cultivating the habit of having candid conversations from our childhood also one of the reason for not performing this act of listening properly. Next obstacle would be our huge urge to speak. In any of the conversation, especially on platforms where people exchange their ideas, some people who have a great urge to share their views hardly lets the opposite person to speak completely. And this only creates an unhealthy environment because the listener will be conceiving the meaning of those unfinished lines, and this leads obviously to misunderstanding. Some people won't listen to the speaker with a fear of thought that where viewers might think that they do not have any awareness over the issue, and for that they goes on shouting foolishly by sticking blindly to some ready-made opinion. We are quite familiar with the unhealthy environment that is caused because of the bad listening by our good politicians in TV studios. And lastly, we do not listen to the speaker when we abhor him or when we feel that we are much more powerful than him. The whole article can be put in one line, that is, if we are busy with our own thoughts when the speaker is expressing his thoughts, we do not perform this act of listening accurately. The greater of greater arts, art of living, consists a chapter called Art of Listening. Just like ourselves, everyone will have a huge urge to share their pleasures and problems. Listening promotes harmony because it creates a feeling that the speaker is not letting down the listener and the listener is not letting down the speaker. If we realize this, the problem of not listening properly will get perished. Thank you so much for listening.